What is up, everybody? It's time for another NAG show. In this show, we check out the hottest news from GamesCom and go hands-on with some of the best hardware around. Yep, we have an exciting first look at the XFX 9070 XT and the brand new MSI Raider gaming notebook. I've been waiting a long time for this notebook and I finally got some hands-on time with it. I've also been playing with the Xgimi Halo Plus DLP portable projector. This thing is the portable TV of your dreams and it's fantastic for so many uses. Check out this review later in the show. And hot on the heels of our first look at the Intel Core Ultra 9 CPU in last week's show, I'll be taking a closer look at the brand new MSI Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard, which offers impressive performance if you're looking to jump onto the Intel's Ultra platform. But first, I want to show you this really cool projector that we've been playing with over the last few weeks at the NAG office. It's the Xgimi Halo Plus portable 1080p projector with built-in battery, Android TV, and all the connectivity options you'll need. What I really like about this product is its size and image quality. At 700 lumens, it's quite bright, although it'll still struggle in bright rooms or outside during the day. It's also one of the most plug-and-play type projectors I've played with yet. You can literally just plonk it down in front of a white wall, switch it on, and start watching. The projector will auto-keystone. This is where it adjusts the picture to show it sits correctly, no matter the angle of the projector to the wall. It also auto-focuses and has intelligent obstacle avoidance. This means it'll align itself around hanging picture frames or other objects such as door frames. At just under 20,000 Rand, the Xgimi Halo Plus is a really handy product, especially if you love the outdoors, have kids, or just want a portable big screen up to 200 inches in size. Oh, and it has a dual 5-watt Harman Kardon speaker setup, which is plenty loud for music, movies, or gaming. You can check out a more in-depth review on nag.co.za, but if you're just looking for a solid portable projector, look no further. Did you know you can now grab the latest NAG magazine from Take-A-Lot? It's the easiest way to get your NAG magazine. Just add it to your basket when you check out next time. Featuring games, hardware, previews, and reviews. Get your hands on the winter edition and add it to your NAG collection now. How good is your video game knowledge? Think you know your stuff? Then see if you can answer the one question in this week's Quest for Knowledge. What new gameplay mode was introduced with Call of Duty Black Ops 7 as announced at Gamescom this week? Check out the answer at the end of the show, the very end. I'm not gonna lie, the graphics card department is heating up with AMD's new RX 9000 series graphics cards. Each one of these models I've tested has been a stellar performer, reaching impressive frames in all the games I've played. Now, XFX's Mercury AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT Gaming Edition is the kind of partner card that feels purpose-built for South African gamers chasing high refresh rates at 1440p and credible entry-level 4K gaming. Under the shroud, you're getting AMD's RDNA 4 silicon with 64 compute units and 4090s Extreme processors, paired with up to 16GB of 20 gigabits per second GDDR6 RAM. XFX rates this specific gaming edition graphics cards at 3 performance tier levels. At the base, it runs at 660 MHz. In game mode, it runs at 2400 MHz. The card also features 2 8-pin PCIe power adapters with a recommended 800-watt power supply required. It's an absolutely massive card, and I appreciate that XFX includes a GPU support stand in the box to keep sag at bay. Looking at the I/O, there's 3 display ports, 1 HDMI 2.1 port, plus a full AV1 encoding and decoding capability. In short, this card has all the goods you'd want from great mid-tier gaming. Performance lands where it needs to be in 2025's brutally competitive market. Looking at the price and benchmarks, you can see that this card competes with NVIDIA's RTX 5070 Ti. Now let's look at the benchmarks to see how well this card performs. XFX's Mercury RX 9070 XT Gaming Edition nails the brief for high refresh rate, 1440p and sensible 4K gaming. Just budget for the sheer size of the thing, then ensure your case and motherboard spacing can stomach that extra slot. If you see this card in the 17,000 to 18,000 Rand range locally, It's one of the smartest upgrades a PC gamer can make this year. You can also get a slightly cheaper variant of this XFX for a slight drop in performance, so do check out the rest of the range for something that suits your budget. Either way, if you're asking me for my current graphics card recommendation, this will be it. The XFX Mercury RX 9070 XT Gaming Edition is top of my list. If you're eyeing Intel's new LGA 1851 platform for a gaming build, the NAG Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi is the sensible enthusiast pick. It's built on Intel's Z890 chipset and supports Core Ultra Series 2 desktop CPUs, the Arrow Lake variant, so you're getting the latest platform I/O plus forward-looking memory and storage support. MSI's own spec sheet confirms 4 DDR5 slots supporting up to 256GB, with overclock support all the way to DDR5 9200 under optimal DIMM configurations, which gives you plenty of headroom whether you're chasing high frame rates or heavy creator workloads on the side. The slot layout is gamer-friendly. There's one steel reinforced PCIe 5 slot with 16 lanes for next-gen GPUs, backed by 2 additional PCIe Gen 4 slots for capture cards or add-ons to your heart's desire. There's also 4 M.2 sockets in total, one of which is a PCIe Gen 5 x 4 for bleeding-edge NVMe drives. This Tomahawk motherboard also features various quality of life touches like the toolless Easy M.2 shield frozer and the Easy PCIe release button, so you're not wrestling your graphics cards out of the card slot. Networking and external I/O are unusually premium at this price. On the back you get Intel Killer Class Wi-Fi 7 and a 5GB LAN controller. This is fantastic for anyone rocking a Geek fiber line. And crucially, there are also 2 Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports on the backplate of the motherboard. That last bit is a genuine differentiator in this mid-range. It opens up 40GB per second devices and single cable display docking. Do note that display out depends on the CPU's integrated graphics being enabled. Power delivery lands exactly where a serious gaming board should, with a 16-phase duet rail power system using 90 amp smart stages with enlarged heatsinks and decent thermal pad across the VRM. That's more than enough for sustained loads on Core Ultra 9, i7 or i9 chips at stock and mild overclocks. If you're swapping GPUs for testing often like I do here at work, that one-press easy PCI release is a small joy. With LGA 1851 and the Core Ultra 200 series CPU, the platform focus is notably on efficiency and I/O. In other words, the Tomahawk Wi-Fi won't be a bottleneck for high-end graphics cards, and its Gen 5 NVMe slot means you'll be set for future gaming stalls that require large, fast storage. In South Africa, current retail pricing clusters in the upper mid-range, and I'm seeing prices of around 8,000 Rand for this motherboard. In closing, this motherboard gives you practically everything that matters for high refresh 1440p and 4K gaming, and for mixed-use PC at a price point that makes sense. If you're looking at a Core Ultra build, this is the motherboard for you. One of the biggest game shows in the world, GamesCom 2025, is currently underway, and on opening night we got to see many of the games that is coming to the market in the coming months and years. Ariel covered the story, and this is her top picks from the event.
It's Gamescom 2025 week, which means gaming news, reviews, trailers, and everything else up until your head basically just explodes. And while this show just doesn't have enough time to go through everything that was announced, here are a few of our favorites.
Like clockwork, another Call of Duty game is upon us. This time it's Black Ops 7, and yes, Activision is making sure we all know it. Gamescom served up some fresh look at gameplay across multiplayer, the new co-op campaign, and zombies. The emphasis on freedom, whether in story, gameplay, or movement, suggests that Black Ops 7 is taking a bold step into the future. Capcom's next big slice of survival horror drama game, Resident Evil Requiem, took the stage with a trailer that dove straight into protagonist Grace's backstory. Capcom is still keeping the juiciest secrets locked away for launch, but the vibes are unmistakable. This is truly a return to Resident Evil's roots in a messy personal horror story and the long shadow cast by the Umbrella Corps. Massive Monsters also back at it. This time, Cult of the Lamb is getting even colder, and I do mean that literally. The new Woolhaven DLC will drop players into icy new territories filled with fresh enemies to smack down and areas to conquer, all while keeping the deliciously chaotic base building action that we all already love. Finally, Batman is back. Only this time, he's made entirely out of Lego. Legacy of the Dark Knight is Telltale and Warner Brothers' love letter to the Dark Knight, taking us from the Bat's humble origins all the way to his crime-fighting legend. The game promises all of the Arkham-style action that players loved, packed into the LEGO universe's trademarked humor setup. And this time, there's even difficulty levels.
And now, hot looks at first tech.
That doesn't make sense.
First looks at hot tech.
There we go.
I've been a big fan of the MSI Raider notebooks ever since I started using my Raider G76 back in 2022. And it has not let me down in a single day. This thing has been an absolute beast, and I've not seen a reason to upgrade in 3 years, until now. I first got some hands-on time with MSI's latest Raider, the 18HX AI, at Computex earlier this year, but I could not really get down to the nitty-gritty. It was all about the aesthetics back then. With this beast finally in hand, I spent a week looking at this notebook in detail, gamed a lot, edited many videos, and just had a good old geeky time. This monster laptop is built for crushing 4K titles. It blends Intel's latest Arrow Lake CPU with NVIDIA's RTX 5080, and there's loads more storage, RAM, and screen real estate to gawk at. This 18-inch Titan weighs a chunky 3.6 kilograms, so think portable battle station rather than a backpack buddy. The black aluminium chassis looks slick with RGB accents on the keyboard and that signature Raider light bar. Looking at the cooling, dual fans and 7 heat pipes keep the temps in check, though they roar like a dragon under load. The ports are also stacked. There are dual Thunderbolt 5 ports, HDMI 2.1 for 8K video, 3 USB-A and an SD card reader, which I still use daily. Then there's the SteelSeries keyboard. It's bouncy, RGB lit and perfect for late night grinds. MSI's latest Raider is powered by Intel's Core Ultra 9 285HX CPU, which has 24 cores, runs at 5.5 GHz, plus it has an NPU for all the AI things you'd like to do, like DLSS 4. The RTX 5080 comes with 16GB of GDDR7 RAM, and it dishes out over 1334 AI tops for silky frame rates. You can install up to 96GB of DDR5 RAM, but out of the box you get 64GB, which is plenty for any gamer. There are 2 M.2 SSDs, so you can also add a second drive. The screen is a jaw-dropping 18 inches with a UHD Plus mini LED display with a resolution of 3840 by 2400 pixels at 120Hz refresh. It's a fantastic screen for gaming and even better for productivity tasks like video editing or even engineering. The audio is driven by 6 Dyno audio speakers that pump immersive sound, plenty loud. As to be expected, with specs like this machine runs like a dream, albeit quite loud. And like I said earlier, this is a desktop replacement. As a Raider user of many years, it's a tad louder than my old machine, but not unexpectedly so. With that turbo button activated, the loud fans is the last thing you'll be thinking about with headphones on. This MSI notebook offers really immersive gaming. Damn it, I may need to consider the upgrade now. Looking at the benchmark scores, you can see this notebook performs on par, and as expected. In South Africa, you can expect to drop around 86,000 Rand on this notebook. It's steep, but it's competitive with its competitors on the market. For hardcore gamers chasing desktop power on the go, this Raider is a champ. Budget conscious, not so much. But that's where the MSI Raider 18HX AI excels. It's pricey and powerful. What are your thoughts on this notebook? Drop your comments below and smash that like button if you'd like to get one yourself. There's no doubt this is an incredible gaming notebook. Check it out. If you want to read and see more about gaming news, reviews, and hardware, and all the stuff we play with here at NAG, pop over to nag.co.za to get your fix on. Also, don't forget to check out the NAG shop to grab your copy of the latest NAG magazine, and you can also get it on takealot.com. If you want to reach out, submit products, or just drop a comment, you can mail me or simply drop a comment below. Until next week,